90210, speaking of watching, I seriously was glued to the TV anytime it was on. You guys became huge celebrities at the time, and you know, the tabloids always had you out. They kind of painted you as this troublemaker, as I said, bad girl with a chip on her shoulder. Were you really angry, and was that going on?
I don't think it was anger. I think I was scared. I think I was really scared because what nobody knew, because I didn't talk about it, was that my mother had almost died when I was 10. She had a 10% chance of living from an aneurysm. And then at the age of 12, my dad got very sick. And my dad's had 10 strokes and 9 heart attacks and quintuple bypass heart surgery, and he's, you know, not in great shape. And I've been through it, and trying to come to terms with when you're that age, with possibly losing a parent when they're your best friend and they're everything to you, is hard. And I think that you're so scared and you have so much fear. Maybe it comes out as anger, but it's not anger. It's just panic.
You had a lot on your shoulders too, along with that fear. Did that affect your relationships with any of your coworkers, like Jason Priestley, Tori Spelling?
I mean, nobody really knew what I was going through because I didn't exactly share it. You know, I can say that a week and a half ago, I directed Brian in a web show. So it didn't affect them in the sense of where I couldn't be friends with people. And doing the new 90210, Jenny and I reconnected on a completely different level as women who have grown up and experienced life and really got along and liked each other.
Tori's had her share of aggravation over the years too, so she understands.
Yeah.
It's so funny because even though, you know, you considered yourself a bad girl, you never considered yourself a bitch, which I think a lot of people put that term on you. So why didn't you consider yourself a bitch?
Well, because I think, are we really allowed to say bitch right now?
Ask Joy,
The FCC does not disapprove of that word.
Okay, good,
So
good.
They can bleep anybody.
I wasn't a bitch because I'm so happy to be able to say that right now. Because I think bitches are malicious. I think that they do things maliciously, and there's no compassion and integrity and regard for others. And I was never malicious, and I've always had compassion, and I've always had, you know, integrity. It just, maybe I got lost along the way.
What do you think that people were objecting to with your behavior? Why do you think they were saying?
I think it was, I think you also have to look at the day and age. You know, it was a brand new show. It became so huge, and all of a sudden you have these teenagers going out. And really, I mean, we were 19 years old. Who wouldn't have gone out? You know, normally you're in college at 19 and 20 and you're going to frat parties or doing that. We were going to clubs, and granted, I would never let my kids, you know, do that. At this point, I would throw them in convents or whatever.
Everybody says that.
Right? And compared to what we see now, though, I mean, you'd be considered a good girl,
By the way, I never had a sex tape, and I always wore panties.